Alright, now we're talking about Clerks 2. Clerks 2. Uh, so, I don't know if I told the story. I bought this, I think I have, but I bought this movie, the original DVD I had, I bought from Hy-Vee, just because I thought, I like Chainsaw Bob Strike Back, and I like Dogma, that's the one. And I'll watch this. And so I bought it, I watched it, and I really liked it. But now that I've seen the original Clerks, and I love that movie, watching this one, it does kind of, get to me. The first thing they do, it starts in black and white, and Dante is going to the quick stop, right? And it's in black and white, and he opens the shutters, and they open this time, but it's on fire. And the fire is in color. He closes it, opens it back up, and it's a fire, and it slowly transitions from black and white to color. So this movie is in color. Okay. But they burnt down the quick stop. This whole movie, Kevin Smith said that the next one, Clerks 3, is going to be all about the quick stop. So, it has nothing to do with movies. Movies itself isn't a bad location. And the characters they have there aren't bad characters. They're great characters. But after watching the first Clerks and enjoying that so much, enjoying that environment, enjoying the stories that go on there, you take it, yank it away from the original, setting and put it somewhere else. It's like, this is not Clerks. Even the animated series, which didn't last that long, and I may do a short-lived one eventually, took place at the quick stop. Clerks, to me, every time we see the appearance of these characters, Dante and Randall, in Clerks, in the animated series, in Chainsaw Bob Strike Back, we're at the quick stop. And then we get Clerks 2, and they burn down the quick stop, and then sometime later they're now working at movies. And apparently, Dante is going to get married, and he's got some sort of friendship with the boss's daughter who's taking over. Chainsaw and Bob are back, and apparently they got busted for driving with the blinker light on or something, and they found Jesus. I don't know. And, they're not going to smoke weed anymore, but they're still going to sell it. That's the weird part. And there's callbacks to Chainsaw Bob Strike Back. One of the people who walks up to, to buy from them is one of the people from Chainsaw Bob Strike Back who bought from them. The other one is Ethan Suplee here, and he even does that, $15, little man, put that shit in my hand. That kind of thing. He likes to sing. There's a callback to that. And now, so Dante is engaged to Emma. She's played by Jennifer Swalback Smith. And, that their relationship, but he secretly has feelings for the boss's daughter, and she secretly has feelings for him. And that comes into play later. But they're best friends type thing. He's painting her toenails and stuff. They're like besties. And, yeah, just, and just like Clerks, this takes place over one day. It's at movies. And we get cameos, like I said, from Ben Affleck, Jason Lee, Ethan Suplee. I don't remember if Walt Flanagan has a cameo or not, or Scott Mosier, which is weird. I'm hoping with Clerks 3 they'll go back to the basic characters, because a lot of characters from Clerks, the first Clerks, weren't in this. Even though it takes place in the same town, not too far away from the quick stop. You could have had, especially since Scott Mosier was a producer, you could have had Woman Black show up. You could have had, I don't know, maybe instead of Randall being the one that he talks to and dishes this out with in the prison, maybe Dante has a crisis where he needs to talk to someone and he calls Veronica or goes to see Veronica and she tells him, you gotta follow your heart. It didn't work out with us, but you gotta follow your heart. And he goes with Becky, instead of Emma. That works, right? But they could have added other characters that were in Clerks. Even though at the end they do have. I think Will Flanagan does make a character at the end, and they have the milk lady played by Kevin Smith's mom. Other than that, that's about it. Dante is not only getting married, but he's gonna leave. They're gonna go to Florida, and then of course Randall, and they've been friends their entire lives, and Randall is upset about this, and has to throw that out eventually. They have a donkey show. If you don't know what that is, I don't want to really explain it, but it's a donkey show. If you've seen Bachelor Party, you know what I'm talking about. But they have a donkey show there. The cops show up. But before that happens, basically Dante and Becky, they kiss. Oh, that was a kiss. And Emma sees them. And then Jay ruins it because when he's out taking a piss, he hears Dante and Randall arguing about the pregnancy. Because Becky finds out she's pregnant because one night they did it on the counter or something, I think, and she's pregnant. And the prep station or something like that. And the Becky character's okay. I like her addition. And they get thrown in jail. And what's weird about this, I think Becky takes off, but the people that get thrown in jail, Dante, Randall, Elias, Jay and Silent Bob, and the donkey guy, they all get thrown into jail. And it's only an overnight. And so they start arguing, and they said if they had the money, they'd buy the Quick Stop. And Jay and Silent Bob is like, hey, we got money. I'm like, what? Yeah. They got money from the movie and stuff. They still got it all saved up. Even though if they went to jail, wouldn't all their assets be seized if that was the case? I'm not an expert, but wouldn't that be the thing? If they went to jail, all their assets would be seized, right? I don't know. Would they get it back after they got it? I don't know. They got the movie money, and so they say, hey, we'll give you the money to buy the Quick Stop back and renovate it and stuff. You gotta let us hang out there. No complaints. See if that sticks in future installments. But yeah, just saying. So it does. They buy the Quick Stop. He stays in town. He gets with Becky. He pulls up in the drive-thru. He gives her a ring. She jumps in his car and they drive off. And then they're building a Quick Stop back, and they hire Elias, and then you get a great. This is a great callback. The character of Elias, by the way, is my favorite new character. I'm gonna reenact this for you guys. They get in an argument about the Lord of the Rings versus the Star Wars trilogy, and Randall's like, the Lord of the Rings movies, it comes down to one plot, okay? I'll show you the Lord of the Rings movies. Here's the first movie. Here is the second movie. Are you ready for the third movie? And some dude sitting at one of the tables goes, fucking A. Yeah, I love that. Some of the best interactions are between Elias and Randall in this. And then, like I said, they hire Randall at the end, and I swear, although he's wearing a movie's uniform, so I don't know. But They were clearly setting up for a possible Clerks 3, and it's taken so long to get that. Hopefully, we'll finally get that eventually. So we're working on it. There was problems with one of the actors, but they're okay with it now, so hopefully we'll get Clerks 3 at some point. So, yeah, this one's not that bad. I'm gonna give it we'll give it a 7, because it's decent, but at first, this was my favorite of the Clerks movies, but I've come to really enjoy the original Clerks so much that this one is kind of, it's okay. So 7 out of 10 for me. What are your thoughts on Clerks 2? Yeah, you go over. Comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.